Hello, I wanted to do a quick video of one of my doll's houses. I've already shown some of the Beacon Hill and I will do another video in depth of the Willow Crest there, but today I want to show you this one, and this is called the Laurels. My other half made this a long time ago for me, and it's been subjected to moves. It's had numerous house moves and it's had quite a bit of damage really, but I'm still happy with it. So I'll just open up the front and show you. I need to do some work on it. Needs a bit of TLC, and yeah, so this is the loft where the servants' quarters would have been. And I've got quite a few pieces in here that I've made and also that I've received as gifts from people all around the world over the years. The rug there I made, I stitched that. The little carpet bag under the bed I've made. The other rug over there I stitched. I made this bag here as well with the dusters in. Sorry, this is awkward. I can't stand on anything at the moment to reach, so I'm just gonna try my best. Yeah, so I made some kit furniture in the corner there. The two tables and the chairs, they were kits, and some of the other pieces were gifted to me from people. The quilt on the bed there, it's a patchwork quilt, it's really lovely, and that was gifted to me. The knitted blanket here was gifted to me. I've still got to fill the wardrobe up. There's nothing in it at the moment, and the drawers over there and the cupboards there, I like to fill things, create more detail. The trunk there needs filling up, and I think I don't know whether I'll stitch another rug or not for here. I think it might be too comfy because the servants' quarters weren't comfortable. They were just practical and necessary things in there. So that's the servants' quarters. Moving down into the main bedroom here, I've got battery operated lights and wired lights rather in this. That's a battery operated fireplace there, and there's an electric light there. Again, I made lots of things in here. The bag that is hanging on the bed, I had to go at knitting. I'm not a knitter by any means, but I did try, and sorry I'm shaking the camera. The hats there I made, the straw bonnet there, the hat boxes. A friend of mine made me the beaded dress quite a few years back, so that's lovely. I stitched the rug that's on the floor. There's another one of my knitted bags. It's not great. I just had a little go at doing this. I'm going to show you the rough parts of this house as well. What happened was there was a staircase in this side, and in order to give me more room, this is back over 20 years ago now, I decided to leave out the stairs and block the opening for the stairs, and obviously I didn't do a great job at doing that. So I'm going to revisit this at some point. Take this it's a piece of foam core. I'm going to take that out, put a thinner piece of card in there instead, So these are jobs I'm going to do over the next few months, I think, with this. I haven't worked on this doll's house for a long time, and it could do with a bit of upgrading in parts. Some of the lights are not working, the wired lights, so I've got to redo some of those. But anyway, this is going to be a job that I'm going to be doing at some point, is take this piece of foam core out, slot, clean this all up, put another piece of thin card in there and take the floor down so that it's thinner and it looks better. So they're the jobs that I want to do in this, the electrics and the floors, a couple of the floors. This is the bathroom, and this bath here, I've had it for about 15 or more years. I was in a shop called Pastimes and I bought, there was bubble bath, a bottle of bubble bath and some of the bath balls, the little, I haven't seen them for a long time, I don't think they sell them anymore, but they were like little pearls and you dissolve them in water, and they were in here, and I liked this bath, so I kept the bath with a doll's house in mind, and I've just put it in there. I think it may be slightly oversized, but it looks okay, I don't mind. And then I got this from the Lavi from AliExpress, I think it was, quite a few years ago now, and it keeps breaking, the pieces keep coming unstuck, so I've got to glue them every so often, and yeah, it looks okay though. There's another one of my stitch carpets on the floor. These patterns, some of them were from Janet Granger, some of them were her kits, some of them were from her book. This one was from the book, and it's slightly out of scale because in her book she says to stitch them on 22 count canvas. Well, sometimes I had the canvas and in that case I stitched it on 22 count. Other times I had maybe 18 count or 16 count Aida, or 14 count even. This is stitched on a 14 count plastic canvas, but it doesn't look out of the way in there, it looks okay. So I think I got away with putting that in there. And moving down then into this room, this is the one, the light, the electric light isn't working and I'm not sure why, so I've put some battery operated lights in there. I'll have to check why the light isn't working. And I've got a battery operated fireplace in the hearth. There's another one of my cross stitch rugs, but I think that was one of her kits. There's an embroidery stand there with the embroidery, which I won in a raffle in one of the doll's house groups that I used to go to years ago. They've since been they've been dissolved now. There's nobody else going to the groups because they were, in truth, they were filled with older people, and over the years most of the members, if not all of them, have passed away, so there's no more groups in the area where I live that I can go to, and I'm a bit sad about that because I really used to enjoy going. But anyway, that's a piece that I won in a raffle. And these dogs here are from Smith's, the toy shop. The scale is just right, I think, for 12th scale, which is what this doll's house is, 1/12 scale. I have some pieces in this unit here, and there's a tea set in there, and I think it's a Veronica Ann pickup tea set. You can't really see it very well, but it is in there. There's some Ruta porcelain, and I've got some, there's a book, the lady's holding a book there that I got in a swap, in a miniature swap from a lady in France, and that's quite a few years ago now. You can actually read the book, which I find fascinating. I know I bought some books in the UK from Dateman Books. I don't know whether they are still going, but and you can read those books as well. They've got printed pages in them, and the dolls, some of the dolls were from Woodside Dolls, Jill and Caroline Nix, I think then. The painting of the Black Labrador on there is an Ellie de Lacy painting, and there are just little gems in every room really. I really love all the little bits, the details, and that's the reception room there where they would have received their guests. And then moving over is another room I've got to work on, because the same thing applies as that room there with the floor. So I've got to redo this, take this out, put a thinner piece in, and yeah, change it a little bit. So there's another battery operated fireplace, and that one flickers. Some of them flicker and some of them don't, so I don't know why that is. The electric light in this room actually works, which I'm happy about. And yeah, the gentleman's desk, this is the gentleman's study, and he's gone out for the afternoon because the house is filled with ladies at the moment, so he's gone out for the afternoon. There's a Dateman book there. This is slightly out of scale, but you can read the pages in the book, and I really like that. It's fascinating. I find it fascinating that they do shrink them down in various scales, and I just happened to pick up the wrong scale on the day in Miniatura for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, so there's another one of my cross-stitch carpets. That wasn't a Janet Granger, I think that was out of a Georgian Doll's House book. There were patterns in there. So that's the study there. So moving down into the dining room, and oh, I didn't switch that fire on there. So there's another one of my cross stitch rugs. That one's done on 14 count plastic canvas, but again they don't look bad in the scene. You know, they are out to scale, but it doesn't look that bad. So there's a dinner service that's been hand painted by Veronica Ann Pickup, and one of her dolls there. It's got a beautiful face, and the little cat's playing over in the corner in the goldfish bowl. There's another one of Woodside Dolls there, and that doll there was made for me by a friend who sadly passed away quite some years ago. So she's in this room, and it's in memory of my friend Alison. So that's that room there. There's more Reuter porcelain, and there's some hand painted metal figures on the mantle. And then in this room here, this is another room that the light isn't working in. So I've got a battery operated lamp at the back, but it could do with some more lights. So I'm going to try and fix that light. So that's another room I'll need to work on. So all this part of the house needs work, and I need to do the electrics in this room. There's another one of my carpets that I stitched. This was a Janet Granger kit as well, not out of the book, but she has some really nice patterns in her book. And yeah, so that's the entrance hall, and the housekeeper's meeting some guests. and that's the overall view. That's the overall tour of this doll's house. So it's very rough and very smooth. It's a bit of both, so it needs work. And but I really love this doll's house. This is one of my favourite doll's houses. It's got so many details, but there is scope for a lot more. I need to make some curtains and some blinds for the windows. I still haven't done that. And there are little bits and pieces. I want to fill the cupboards and the cabinets and the drawers and fix a few things. But overall, I really enjoy this doll's house. And like I say, it's moved around the country, up and down the country with us in house moves. So it's got a lot of damage, really. Hopefully we're in our forever home now and we're not going to move. So it's not going to sustain any more damage. But I really like this doll's house, and I hope you've enjoyed looking at it. When I say the damage, I mean on the front here there's bits that need painting and filling. Yeah, so there's still a lot to do on here. But I'll get around to it at some point. But the inside looks okay. So that's okay, apart from the floor in there. But I hope you've enjoyed having a look at my one of my doll's houses. And I'll do another video showing more of the rooms in my Beacon Hill. The reason I didn't do that as a one-piece video like this one has a door which you just open and close. With those ones, because they've got the on the backs they've got the covers which lift, and they're all separate in the Beacon Hill, so it's kind of awkward to film with one hand and lift everything with the other to open all the partitions. But so I'm doing it room by room, so I hope that's okay with everybody. But I hope you've all enjoyed a look at this doll's house, and I'll come back again with another video of one of my other ones soon. So take care everybody, and see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.